and I am the High Priestess of Triple Goddess Coven. Triple Goddess Coven is a registered non-profit church in Washington State and has federal 501c3 status. Our mission is to bring to the community these amazing rituals so that we may worship together. Our long-term goal is to have a property where we can establish a church building for our worship. I would like to thank you for attending our 2020 Lammas ritual today, where we will be celebrating the harvest. And a little bit about our ritual before we start. I would like to tell you that you're not here in person, but our cakes have been made by your high priestess for this ritual tonight, Kaya. And Kaya, what did you make?
Blueberry scones.
Blueberry scones. And for our ale, we're going to be having a spiced wine known as Ipocris, which is a 14th century recipe. With that being said, I would like to introduce again, in formality, your priestess of this ritual, Kaya.
Hello. So let us start by...
Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle.
Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle.
Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle. Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle. Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle. And do you all come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust? Be welcome in this circle. Do you come to this circle of your own free will in perfect love and perfect trust?
I do.
Be welcome in this circle.
Now, Selena may cleanse the circle.
By the power of East, that is air, I cleanse this circle. By the power of South, that is fire, I cleanse this circle. By the power of West, that is water, I cleanse this circle. By the power of North, that is earth, I cleanse this circle. And by the power of Spirit, I do hereby call this circle cleansed and consecrated. So mote it be.
So
mote it be.
Now, draw the circle.
Sorry. I conjure thee, O circle of power, that thou beest a meeting place of love and joy and truth, a shield against all wickedness and evil, a boundary between the world of men and the realms of the mighty ones, a rampart of protection that shall preserve and contain the power that we shall raise within thee. So mote it be.
So mote it be. on fire.
You lords of the watchtowers of the east, you lords of air, we do summon, stir, and call ye forth to witness these rites and to guard this circle. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
You lords of the watchtowers of the south, you lords of fire, we do summon, stir, and call ye forth to witness these rites and to guard this circle. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
You lords of the watchtowers of the west, you lords of water, we do summon, stir, and call ye forth to witness these rites and to guard this circle. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
You lords of the watchtowers of the north, you lords of earth, we do summon, stir, and call ye forth to witness these rites and to guard this circle. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
I will now call the god and the goddess. Beloved Bast, mistress of bounty and happiness, protector of mothers and children, yours is the care of humanity, our shelter and our shield. Slay the evil that affects our minds and our hearts as you slay the serpent Apep. Grant us the joy of song and dance as we celebrate the first harvest of the year, and watch over us in the lonely places in which we must walk. Devourer of evil and disorder, we honor you, O Bast. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Great Ra, God of the sun, who was born of the starry night as the world first emerged, who rides the boat through the heavens above and the world below, carrying the souls of the dead and the words of the living. Join us as we rejoice in the sun's powers and blessings. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
So, welcome to our Lammas ritual. Lammas is the first celebration of the year, the first harvest of the year. We are starting to see the first glimmers of our efforts that we started in the spring to pay off. This was the time of the year when our ancestors could look around and see what kind of crops were growing. Would they be harvesting plants that were tall and healthy with tons of fruit and vegetables? Or were your plants eaten by a horde of zombie deer? These were important questions that they needed answered. Lammas is also a time where we recognize that something will die so that we can continue to live, and we honor that life. In our lives, we should be seeing some of the efforts that we have been putting in this year towards our goals pay off. This is the time to look around and assess whether or not you are on the right path. Maybe the goals you set at the beginning of the year were not appropriate for this time in your life. Or maybe you need to make some adjustments to what you are doing to facilitate those goals. This is the time to do that. And sometimes we need to sacrifice something to achieve our goals. And I'm not referring to the kind of sacrifice where you kill an animal, although that might have be done traditionally. I'm referring to the kind of sacrifice that we have to make to achieve our goals. Like if I'm trying to learn an instrument, I can't do that by taking naps all day. I do actually have to sacrifice some of my time and my energy and possibly some of my money in order to achieve my goal. So those are the type of sacrifices we are talking about today. So today for our working, we're going to be putting together a harvest jar to help us gather together the magic we need to continue to work towards our wishes and goals for the year. I hope you've taken the time to look over the harvest jar instructions that were posted earlier. If not, you can pause this once it's done and take some time to gather the necessary ingredients and meet back here. I got the idea for doing a harvest jar from the Wandering Woman Wondering Witchy blog. It's a really amazing blog and I suggest you check it out. The link is at the bottom of the page for the instructions on the harvest jar. Okay. Tonight we are going to be making a Coven harvest jar for our entire Coven, since we as a Coven have goals that we would like to achieve. So in our Coven jar, I've assembled the ingredients, one for each person in our Coven, something to represent them. We have rosemary and lavender, some flowering oregano, and sage, as well as rose quartz chips, some sacred water, and some special blessed stones. Oh, and of course, music notes, very important. So what I hope that you saw in the instructions were that you need a piece of paper, and what you want to do is you want to think about for a moment what are your goals for the year, and you can have multiple pieces of paper, as many as you like. We have one for our ritual tonight, and there's a template for how it should go. So it should be I and then your name. You put there like you're stating it. So I'd be Kaya St. Clair. And then I joyfully give, and then you put in what you're giving. And I necessarily release, and you're talking about what you may need to sacrifice in order to harvest, and then your goal goes there. So for our Coven, we are Triple Goddess Coven. We joyfully give our time and creativity, and we necessarily release our doubts and fears in order to harvest a permanent building for our church. So those are the goals that we're going to be working on. So this kind of jar, you can use any jar you want, but I liked this one. It's pretty, so you can do it however you like. But this is considered a petition spell, so the jar sort of focuses the energy, similar to a mojo bag in that way. So after you've assembled your piece of paper and you've written down your goals, then you want to roll it up, sort of like a scroll. I'll show you. Very simple, so that it looks pretty when we put it in the jar. So we set that in, and then I, for my Coven, am going to be placing in the items that they have selected to represent themselves, because we wanted to bring the energy of the entire Coven into this jar for our goals. So we got flowering oregano, lavender, and rosemary. This one was me. And some sage. Bring in that Cocopelli energy there. Musical notes. Magic water. And then 2 blessed, beautiful stones. And rose quartz chips. So the other items that hopefully you've assembled, now this isn't a requirement, but we happen to have these really neat charms. So what you need to do is, if you chose to have a piece of fabric to decorate the top of your jar, you just simply sew on the charm really quick. It doesn't need to be super amazing, just to get it to stay in place. And for our jar, because it's not a mason jar, I'm not going to put it over the top of it. I'm actually going to put it inside of it. And there. So it's going to sit on the top of this. But to seal the energy for the jar, I've got some red jasper that I'm going to put in to help her goals along, as well as some tiger's eye, because tiger's eye is super magical and I just think it's pretty. And also some rose quartz, because as you may know, when you're working with a group, you want to continue to keep that loving friendship energy going, especially while working towards big goals. And last, you may have seen on the recipe that I suggested that you add some herbs for an incense. I made some incense for Bast, and it's got wisteria leaves and myrrh and frankincense and cinnamon oil in it. So I'm going to add some of that to help our energy. So now you can place this anywhere you want, but I am going to place it over the top for the type of jar that I have. And then we'll just seal it up. And last of all, we will do a blessing. And hopefully the blessing should have been posted before the ritual so that you can follow it all along with me. So you really want to gather your energy with these jars and place it, like really focus it in the jar so that it kind of bounces around there and magnifies. And then when you are done, you can place the jar on your altar or you can place it by your bedside. And you can touch the jar whenever you're thinking about your goals, charge it, and when you achieve your goals, you can take the ingredients out, and the things that were burnable you can burn, and ashes can be used in future spells and recipes. There's that. All right, we're going to do the blessing now to seal all the contents in this jar. And everybody in my coven, I really want you to focus on our goal of getting a property and a building, of having a lovely place that's all ours to like gather and do these amazing rituals and have people come and do weddings and festivals and all kinds of other amazing things. Okay. Bast and Ra, please bless this harvest jar full of our hopes and dreams. Please help us know what is needed to bring our wishes to us. Please help us to understand what we need to let go of to make room for success. Please help us celebrate and be thankful for the blessings we have already received. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Now, we are going to have our lovely Anna Wynn sing us a song that she wrote just for you all.
na.
Promised blessings ahead of you.
Na 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 na.
Take it away, Pam.
Summer. Yes. Power of life and power of death, power of the mighty ones, power of the Lord and Lady, power of the rising sun. Round and round, take me by the hand.
Na 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 na.
Harvest time in the summerland.
Na 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 na.
Old and young, wane and wax anew.
Na 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 na.
Promised blessings ahead of you.
Na 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 na.
Round and round, take me by the hand.
Na 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 na.
Harvest time in the summerland.
Na 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 na.
Old and young, wane and wax anew.
Na 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 na.
Promised blessings ahead of you.
Na 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 na.
Thank you. Next is the cakes and the ale. O great Lord, bless this food unto our bodies, bestowing health, wealth, and strength. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May you never hunger.
May you never hunger.
O great Lady, most sacred, bless this brew unto our bodies, bestowing health, wealth, and the fulfillment of love and happiness. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May you never thirst.
May you never thirst.
All right, we will now dismiss the god and goddess. Fast, thank you for joining us here at our first harvest of the year. Thank you for lending us your protection and showing us your joy. Go in peace and in love. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ra, thank you for joining us at our first harvest of the year. Thank you for the wonderful sun which supports life on this amazing planet that we live on. Go in peace and in love. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Serenity. You may now dismiss the court.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the north, ye lords of earth, we do thank you for attending our rites, and ere ye depart to your pleasant and lovely realms, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the west, ye lords of water, we do thank you for attending our rites, and ere ye depart to your pleasant and lovely realms, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the south, ye lords of fire, we do thank you for attending our rites, and ere ye depart to your pleasant and lovely realms, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the east, ye lords of air, we do thank you for attending our rites, and ere ye depart to your pleasant and lovely realms, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
We want to thank you for attending our Lammas ceremony. And now we have some last announcements from our High Priestess, Selena.
Before I open the circle, we just want to thank you again for attending our live stream Lammas festival celebration. Mabon is our next Sabbath. We are doing all we can to try and bring you these events in person at Crescent Moon Gifts, but as you know, we have to take everything day by day, so we are not sure at this moment if we will be doing the autumn equinox at Crescent Moon Gifts or if we will be live streaming again. So please just follow our Facebook page for live updates. Also, don't forget, we do have a book club that we have been continuing to do online via Skype. Our book club is tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Skype link is posted right at 11 a.m. You can join in for live interaction about the book. The book we're reviewing tomorrow is Rune Might. Yes, Rune Might. And again, all of our events for the rest of the year are listed on Facebook, so please follow along there. I also want to tell you that we do have t-shirts and tote bags available on our website, triplegoddesscoven.org. You can get those there. And also stay tuned for post coming this week because Triple Goddess Coven is going to be presenting a 2021 calendar, which will be available to purchase in the next couple weeks. It will be featuring yours truly, Coven members, in the theme of totem animals. We worked very hard on this calendar over the past year, so really look for the post to come in the next week about our 2021 calendar. Again, we cannot see you in person, but if you would like to donate, we do have a PayPal link on our website, triplegoddesscoven.org. We are saving to buy a property in the Tacoma Puyallup area where we can build a church for services. So again, we are an established 501c3 church. All of your donations are tax deductible and will be going towards the future building and property of this coven. Did I miss anything? Okay. With that being said, let us open the circle. With this work, Properly done. I now draw up this magic circle. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. May the gods preserve the craft as the craft preserves the gods. So mote it be.
Mote it be.
Thank you, and good night.